Good day and welcome to the Summer Sunshine. You were just listening to Friends of Distinction's 1960s hit, Grazing in the Grass. I know, you've never heard of that song, and your parents haven't either. You may have to ask your grands or even great-grands about it. But the theme of the song really hits home for this master class. We will indeed be grazing in the grass. After spending time in front of a laptop all day, there's no better way to take a break from all of it with a therapeutic romp outside in the sun. Do you remember how calming it was to play around in the dirt making mud pies and possibly eating them? Or maybe you still enjoy just squishing your toes in the warm sand by the beach or lake? Can you dig it? Well, dig we will, because I'm going to share some innovative, cheap, or free ways to brighten a yard or even a small place in your home by a sunny window. So let's get started digging in the dirt and creating a planting sanctuary. First, let's talk about all of the interesting ways that you can house your plants. Every pot does not have to be a traditional plant holder. I'll bet you can find all kinds of receptacles around your house if you open your mind to a bit of creativity. These old chairs, for example, were a product of a dumpster dive, where a neighbor moved and discarded them for trash pickup. But you know what they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure. These chairs were clearly thrown out because they no longer had seats. But I discovered that these old planters, which were also rehomed from another neighbor's curbside trash heap, fit perfectly inside the old frame. Now the chairs, a wind chime hanging overhead, and the planters painting a relaxing seafoam color make this a breezy, serene little hangout. The seafoam color was from a light aerosol spray. These aerosol sprays are a little over $1 and are quick and easy to use. But I should caution you to be extremely careful. These cans emit fumes and soil your hands and sometimes clothes. Don't attempt this quick, wispy spraying unless you're equipped with gloves, a mask or face covering, and preferably a parent's assistance. If you're doing a light spraying like the touch-up I'm showing you here, you just need to use the pattern. Do not try to saturate the object. Just a misting and a light spray will do. You have to be able to press really hard. It looks like there was nothing actually put on, but it's there. It's just misting. If you're doing a light spraying like the touch-up I'm showing you, you just need to use a pattern. Don't saturate, just mist. Light color will do. Just remember that another option would be a small can of paint and a tried and true paintbrush. Moving on, let's look at some more interesting finds. My favorite place in the yard, and yes, it is from another dumpster dive, is a bird feeder pedestal. Some people would probably sand it down and paint it, but I prefer the worn, rustic look. It's an easy peasy way to just throw a box of cheap flowers in the bowl. These assorted flower seeds cost about $1 in the dollar store, and one box is enough to fill it up. These flowers go quickly and without any maintenance. By mid-July, it will be filled with beautiful blooms. Any large bucket or tub would work just as well. A bountiful feast of butterflies and birds will keep coming back and creating a picturesque scene for all to enjoy. Next up, if you have a traditional plant holder like this, you can also paint. Remember my cautions about the spray, or you can put designs or artwork on these pots with canned paints or even permanent markers. Here's a dull gray faded pot. It can be rehabbed to fit your theme or just add a burst of color to accent your flowers. So, before and after. And ignore the puppies, please. They're rude. And a last little morsel. Some flowers can be enjoyed the most when we observe them growing majestically out of the earth. You can beautify or add a special touch by adding bricks, stones, rocks, or any objects that will create an encased arrangement. The black-eyed Susans here will grow several more inches and become a pretty backdrop. One great thing about them is that they will come back each year once they've been planted one time. Well, my fellow flower garden architects, these were just a few neat ideas that will hopefully inspire you to get your creative juices flowing and to just play around with ideas that you might find around your house or in your neighborhood. Just do me a favor though. Please ask before you use anything around your house, and if you're allowed to go scouting around your neighborhood, go with someone older and make sure that you handle any dumpster dive adventures carefully and safely. Gloves, masks, and sanitizers every time are non-negotiables. Good luck. Have fun designing and grazing in the grass.